Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host of the House of Dirt, Tommy Curdell.
Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting hot up in this room. That's what I'm talking about. We're going to turn up the heat tonight. I'm feeling it. House of Dirt coming at you, number 65. That's right, episode number 65. We love all their fans, all their sponsors, all the people in the audience, all the guests. That's right, because we're hot on the wire right now. And you ain't going to catch us. I can guarantee you that. Because we're just getting started with this show. Everybody see me in there? You got me. That's good. That's what I'm talking about. Mark the Shark, he's on the audio visual tonight. What a show. What a show. Number 65, we are ready to go, guys. I've been stoked all week about this show. I just can't tell you, man. I've been fired up. I couldn't wait till Thursday to get here. There's a lot of things going on, and I'm stoked. I'm at a loss for words for once. For once in my life, I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take my seat back here. I'm going to take my seat. Okay, here we go. Listen to that. That's the calmness right there, my friends. I love it. I love it. People clapping, audience is fired up. We got people in the house tonight watching us. Man, we got a good one for 65. Who never thought we'd have got to 65? Hell, I wouldn't have. But we did. And that's right. We're going to keep doing it and keep doing it until it's 165 and 265. That's exactly right. Welcome, my friends. A lot going on in the racing world these days. I can tell you, we've been talking to you day in and day out, putting stuff up. Left and right, right and left, up and down, you name it, man. I'm going to tell you. Well, the first thing we want to talk about is all these wildfires going on, you know what I'm saying? Man, they're killing us up here, literally. 2,500 plus acres burning north of us for about 20 minutes, a half an hour away. I don't know, they're starting to get a hold of it, but needless to say, God bless all them firemen and emergency rescue people and people, everybody involved in that, trying to get that situation under control, okay? So, having said that, it's been a great week. I hope everyone's week's going well. We're going into another big racing week. That's right, big energy, big racing week. Weather, it's a fugazi, okay? And look that one up, a fugazi or a fugazi. I'm going to tell you that right now. Friday night, I don't know. It looks like tomorrow night, I think we'll be okay. Saturday is a little wishy-washy, I've got to be honest. But this is the typical spring, weather. It is what it is. Who'd have thought last week when we got in what we got in? We got it in, okay? That's a lot of racing got in. We got all the Lucas Oil stuff in. And we got all the local, most important, we got all the local stuff in. Because we bleed for the blue-collar guys. That's exactly right. That's who comes first on this race show. All day, all the time. So, having said that, let's roll down through our sponsors. Mark, are we solid? We got everybody, everything's working right.
Everything looks good.
I leave it to Mark the Shark, baby. He's on the AV. I love him. I love him. He knows what he's doing with that job. So, let's go ahead and read down through our sponsors. That's the sponsors, obviously, show may not exist. These are a huge part of things. First one we'd like to welcome, we're waiting on the decal, we'll get that up, is Ashioto Designs. Wraps, race car wraps, decals, signs, apparel. Get her on Facebook, call her 717-348-6231. She's had a hell of a job. Take a look at Bob Dunn, the BDR race machine, driven by Austin Barrett. It's a sharp-looking ride. How about Jones' Custom Detailing, located in Chambersburg. Vehicle cleaning packages, superb detailing, inside and out. Find him on Facebook. He wheels the number 5 East Coast Legend. Hell of a guy. Dan's Auto Repair. We welcome Dan's Auto Repair. He's in the downtown east side, Rouserville. You know it. And he's a full-service garage, inspections, tire rotations, oil changes, complete overhauls. Man, I gotta love the guy in business for decades and decades. Chad down there, he's running the show right now. He's been running the show. He's a hell of a mechanic. You want to look him up. There's also the proud sponsor, Tyler Horses, the Crate Lake model, number 21. Amsoil, Aaron Miller, Oils, Lubes, and Grease. Give that guy a shout out too. He's a good guy. I like him. Lynn Bowie, Sun Racing Alcohol. He didn't go buy any cheaper than that. $1.90, I think. You got the barrel, he'll give you the fuel. I bought racing alcohol from him when I raced. It was good stuff. Ain't got all that dry Cleveland material in it, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's the real deal. Real deal. Freeze Power Washing. Freeze, that's right. Freeze Power Washing. You got a guy right there. He'll get her sprayed down, cleaned up, best you've ever seen. I can damn well guarantee you that. He knows what he's doing too in the world that he's in. Man, I gotta get a drink. I'll tell you, Mark We got anybody signed in? I gotta do the draft.
Rick McMichael, he just says he'll be back this week if they race.
That's the body snatcher they call him. He does. God bless Rick. If he wouldn't have any luck, bad luck, he wouldn't have any luck sometimes. But he keeps coming back week in and week out. And that's what it's all about. He goes to work Monday through Friday, and he comes back on the weekends and races. Midway seal coating. How about that? Tommy Slanger, them boys are laying the driveway seal coat down on that Dover, York area. Even down around here, they're getting the job done. They do a great job. D&D Auto Recycling in Williamsport. You go see Dougie. He'll hook you up. I don't know if he can hook you up with sometimes. I hope Dougie's going to hook you up. You know what I'm saying? They're the proud sponsor of the General Lee, Kyle Lee, 2T. Geared up firearms. Well, we've got training, gun cleaning. They do the whole things, license permits, the whole 9 yards. Then Westminster, you look them up. They do a hell of a job with their business as well. They've been on with here 2 seasons now. Quick lubes are us. You see Wiley out there who gets you in the in and out, man. Done deal. Like NASCAR, pit stop. He gets you done. He gets you done. TA Work Construction, Hope Modeling, 4 years plus service, and Navy vet. Sponsors the 270 micro class in Path Valley Renovator, that's what I call him. Does a hell of a job up there, and he does a lot for the 270s as well. A lot for all race teams, to be honest with you. Running for suicide awareness, Richie Dobson, formerly, he races, he's back racing now. It wasn't East Coast Legend racing, he's racing and doing the technical director deal. It's kind of split the time, you know what I'm saying? But he takes a huge stance on suicide prevention and such. Text 988 if any of you or your friends, anybody, family members, if you got on the street, you love each other. That's what this world should be about, a little love, that's right. Moving on, Chaz's Logistics. Oh, there we go. How about Scrap Daddy? He's a trucking, right? He's trucking up and down the road. Formerly, Chaz's used auto parts. Scrap Daddy, he's getting her done, man. Big breaking it down the highway. Come on now, breaker. He's also the proud sponsor of that Walls Weaver Motorsports too. Super late model. Bob Dunn Racing, BDR Racing Products. Find him on Facebook. BDR Racing Products, Stock Car Drag Street. He's in Path Valley every week. You see the ceilings Grove with his truck. You see him all over the place. Hoosier Tires, American Racers, Fuel, Alky, aluminum bodies, you name it, the guy's got it. He'll take care of you. Freeze Motorsport. Freeze, the freezing company. East Coast Legends. All of your Legends car needs. They are an authorized official Hynix dealer in Pennsylvania. Find them on Facebook. Great people, leaders in the industry. They're a class act. You can't get wrong with them guys. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's a great class of cars to get involved in. Very good group of people there for freezes. So, I think I hit them all. What do you think, Sharp? Did I miss any?
Nope.
You wouldn't tell me if I did, would you?
Nope.
That's what I figured. Anyways, I got stuff laying around all around up there. So, Mark, is there anything interesting in the news you want to bring up? I don't know if there is, probably while we're here talking. You always have interesting facts, like the world's largest, tomato grown, or, a man has 4 arms, or 6 eyes, or...
Can't think of anything right now. Just coming through the purge here the other week.
The purge?
Remember we'd come through the purge?
That storm the other week, I don't know. She was a slaughter knocker, okay? She wreaked havoc around here. Wreaked havoc around all over the place. That was crazy. I mean, the Weather Channel, they did such a great deal in their telling everybody about it. They were had a cooking channel playing, when it was happening. And meanwhile, everybody was getting, their ass handed to them with koozie wins. That's what they call them, live koozie wins, Mark. You didn't know that, did you?
No. Learn something.
Koozie wins, my friend, koozie wins. The words of the day are fugazi, koozie wins, and schlauberknocker. Okay? Say them 3 times and see what happens. You might get a baby. Okay, moving on, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if the crowd liked that too well. They don't know if we found humor now. One guy just looked at me like it was out of my mind. I don't know. I think he liked it though. Having said that, we have a lot of results here to go off of, to talk about. One thing I want to tell you guys is, just to get it squared up here, we give you the bottom line, 30-minute news break. On Mondays, most Mondays, we give that to you at 8 o'clock. We like doing that. It's a bam, 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 bam. We deliver. Except on show weeks, because I'm going to do that on Thursday. Okay? We come at you with the pit walks brought to you by Freeze Motorsports. That's a big deal. We like to do the pit walks. We'll be at Sand Hill tomorrow night. We love going up there. In Juniata County, Ceilings Grove. We'll be doing a pit walking up there. Super late models, limited late models, and road runners. You're going to talk about some high energy getting it done. So that's what we got going on. We're out and about. And then we got the shows. We got our Mid-Atlantic Junior Racing Club. Okay, that's important to us as well. We're really got a lot of good stuff going on with those kids right now. And we're proud of them kids. That's one of our most proudest accomplishments. It truly is. It truly is. And if you have a child ages 6 to 18 and want to get them involved, they don't have to be racers. They don't have to know what a damn race car looks like. Okay? you get them involved. You get a hold of me, get a hold of President Amanda Spillman, they'll get them signed up. Okay, that's what it's about right there. So moving on, okay, like I said, moving on. We got some merch in. We got some merch. We got some new caps. We'll give one to the person there in the audience. Look at that! Boy, you kicked it out. It's like Baltimore, wasn't it? I like that. Yeah, we'll sign him up down at Camden Yards. What's our record? Like 3-30 right now. It's pretty bad.
Oh, yeah, they're all
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But we're supporting local. We stick close to the birds. You know what I mean? I'm next to Cleveland Indians fan. Ain't no Cleveland Guardians fan. Doesn't that piss you off though, that whole Indian deal? I'm just going to digress on that a little bit. Now, Chief Wahoo, okay, and Sally Two Trees, they got no problem with that thing being an Indian. They love it. They love it. Okay? And they take it away. It's stupid. It's stupid. If you're old enough, you remember Rick Vaughn. Huh? Oh, fuck. Forget the curveball, Ricky. Bring him the heater. You remember old Ricky Vaughn? Wild thing. I gotta love. Watch that movie 100 times. A lot of these younger people, they don't know who that is. They need to look it up though. They really do. Now, results. We're gonna throw them out there. Hold on there. Brought to you by Dan's Auto Repair. That's right, Dan's Auto Repair. Just down the street here, your weekly results sponsor. Go there, see Chad. He will hook you up, man. Everything from complete overhauls to oil changes to inspections to tire rotations. Thank you to them guys right there. They are the sponsor every week when we read the results. So here we go. Ceilings Grove. Let's get down and dirty. We got a lot to do. Limited late model. We've seen Andrew Yoder. That's correct. Andrew Yoder. He prevailed to win. Zuki was second. Zeckman was third. Good to see Zeckman run third. Zeckman, I think, dumped one there the other week. Plus, they had a death in the family weeks ago or a month. And so, yeah, I like to see them run third. I really do. Good for them. We see URC. I like them URCs, man. I'm not a big wing guy, as you can tell. You know what I'm saying? But I do like them URCs and Ceilings Grove. They rock the world. Derek Locke, he won. Derek Locke was victorious in the 77. Like that. My favorite was old Davey, No Panic, Frank. I like that guy. You know what I'm saying? Mountain Maryland Ventures. Let's not forget about our people up at Cumberland, okay? Don't forget about them. UMP Mines, Brandon Hoover. He parked it up at, I call it Rocky Cumberland, but it's Maryland, Mountain Maryland Ventures, okay? Mountain Maryland Ventures. You got that, DJ? I don't know. Lincoln, rain. Williams Grove, rain. Port, Saturday, 410s. Keith caught the classic 15 smackaroonies. We're out on the line. I heard the line was about from air down to rudders to get into the place. Okay? Ryan Smith prevails in the 69K. Okay? That's the Christ machine. We see Dietz. Dietz was second, and guess what? Lo and behold, LD. He ran third, put the podium down. That's right. Our good friend Lance Louise, he's been on the show before, him and his son Cole. He put the hammer down and ran podium. Winwood Sportsman's, Tony Jackson, he was victorious. How about the Superman? He ran second, Steve Wilbur. Good for him. He's having a good year. He has a couple dubs, a lot of good podium finishes, and that beautiful number 59 TA Award sponsor, Winwood Sportsman. Port on Sunday. I curse. Dennis Mark, how do you bleep that out? You didn't know what's that, did you? You should have like beep. You know what I mean? Beep. Let's practice it. Mark, you are no beep. It worked. Okay, Port Royal, Sunday, Lucas Oil, and the Limited Late Models. What a great group to have running. Seriously. Quite frankly, I've heard from a lot of people, Limited Late Models is the best show of the night. I don't know. That's what I heard. Look here. Super Late Model Storm, he won, obviously. JG was second. Moran was third. The mailman delivered. Third place. Limited Late Models, here we go again. Can you feel me? Can you hear me now? Andrew Yoder parks at Victory Lane on the stage, the big stage, at the Speed Palace. Farley was second. Zuki was third. So Zook's had a good weekend there. Second or third. How about Yoder? You know, 2 dubs there. You know what I'm saying? He likes that. He's a northern guy. He's a northern tier guy. Baps. 410s. Aston Torgensen. And here's the deal. On the 180, he won Jake Ballard's car, right? He parks it. Of course, Andy Dietrich gets his underwear enough. Okay? He gets them in enough. It is what it is. But we reached out and we got some secret merchandise. We got a piece of that win. Okay? Check this shit out. The old 2x4. They 2x4'd him. That's all they did. They 2x4'd him. Remember when I saw Jim Duggan? Hey! Remember that guy? That's what I'm saying right there. Okay. Yeah, don't beat your teeth hot under the collar about that. But it is what it is. Limited Late Model, no, we got that. Done, what I'm doing. 358s, how about Fry? Superfly, Kobe Fry. He wants to sit in the center, okay? He sat in the center and he finally parked it. I think that's number 1 in that F1, in that 358 moment, right there. Hagerstown, Lucas Oil, Super Late Model Store, the Junior, that's all listed there. We don't need to call them out Super Late Models. It's more of the Lucas. It is what it is. Georgetown, Lucas Oil, Dale Devin Moran, Super Late Models. He won up there. We look at Potomac. Look at the late model, Sam Archer. Sam Archer. And then my buddy, I haven't talked to him in a while, in the crates, get this. Now, you know the Pope guy, God rest his soul. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious, you know? But then Pope parks it because he's straight out of Vatican. You know what I mean? In memory of the Pope. It all worked out well. You hear what I mean? Now, Pope was due. That's good. A legacy. Ed Pope parking in Victory Lane. Good for him. And God bless the Pope. I ain't trying to bless the Pope. Don't send me heat now. Okay, don't say what we're going here. Westchester, Winchester. That's what I always like to call it. Winchester or Westchester. Mods, Cody Williams wins. East Coast Legends invaded again. So second trip down there to the 3/8 mile in Winchester. We see Jeremy Ott. That's number 2 for him. Okay, he won there in the first one in early, like, actual winter. And then just won last weekend again, number 2. Sean Abney, second. Justin, I think it's Cunningham. He was third, okay? East Coast Legends feature 2. These guys have been running like 40-plus cars, okay? And they've been running 2 shows. Scott Howden-Schill, he's a hell of a nice guy. He wins in the second one. Seth Kirshner, he wins second place. He's second place in the second one. And then Mike Racine, okay? He's third in the second feature. Good for them guys. Path Valley, Path Valley's near and dear to my heart, you know what I mean? It's a small track, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? With the guy, I'll do it later. I can't do it. I gotta just do it. You know, I can't be like, hey, I'm gonna do it. I just gotta do it. Path Valley, look at the late models. First time win, how about Trent Merkel? The Tornado. Well, I'm gonna tell you, the Tornado, he shrugged him off. Old Piper with the Pied Piper, he was working on him, okay? And that throw back to Brent Smith in that 71. And then you had Garmin. Garmin, he went on a roll from 13th to 14th up to 3rd. He hit the high side. Wasn't completely up like some guy I know in the audience does. But he was up there. He was up there. And he was bringing the noise. I can tell you that. He was bringing the noise. He had a good weekend. I mean, he ran 3rd there. He's been struggling a little bit. And then he went to Port and he had a good run there. I think he was 5th. I think he was 5th at Port. So, I mean, he bounced back. Good for them guys. Yeah. So, Thunder Cars, Kevin Bard wins. He takes the checkers. The 600 micro sprints we see, how about it? The Fayetteville Flyer. That's what I like to call him. That's what he is getting called. Cole Deweese, he parks it. The guy had a rough year off the start. He burnt 3 motors between Florida and up here, and they got a bull in and out, and he's been all around it, and then he parked it. Mods, Darren Hoover. Darren Hoover parks it, okay? Darren Hoover in the mods. Yeah, so that settles it up there for Path Valley. If you take a look about who's, in my opinion, had a good weekend, and kind of who's hot, per se, and look at late models, you look at Yoder, Andrew Yoder, and he's got the 2 wins, Seals, Grove, and Port. You look at Scrub. Scrub had 3 top 10s in the Lucas, okay? Ain't nothing to sneeze about. Truly, he made it a show 3 times, okay? And run top 10. Weaver, he made all 3 events, okay? He made all 3 events. Stuhler, how about old Stuhler, huh? Old Mr. Smooth, Superman, Beast from the East, anything you want to call him. 22nd and 12th at Port. You got to get him 2 dubs on that. So good for him. He should have felt good driving home, okay? Now, we want to also tell you that our next show will be May 15th. Mark, you may not know that, but it's May 15th. And that's going to be a show strictly for all junior racers. Okay, all the junior racers that want to come, we have several that are coming on, will be on the show. That'll be dedicated to them kids. They work hard. Okay, and they're going to get their spotlight. That's where we're going to get them. Okay, elbows up style, big energy. Yeah. So, Mark, what's going on?
We got Bob Breach checking in.
Bob Breach, I love that guy.
We got Barry Lear Sr.
Barry Lear Sr.
saying great job. I think he's talking about Cal.
He probably is. He probably is. Nah,
Dustin Moore and Kenny Hill, they were talking weather on there.
Yeah, he's looking good. Now, right there, that's Dustin Moore. Now, you know, he goes by the Shade Gap Slingshot. He wanted the nickname, he got one. And then you got the thrill, the new deal, Kenny Hill. You know, he's running 600 micros this year in Thunder Cars. Doing okay.
And you got Vicky and Roger Traxler saying they're watching from Ocean City.
Ocean City. There's a big thing going on down there. Some car show. Is that what I'm hearing going on? Yeah, why ain't we there? We should be down there doing coverage.
And our friend Robert McQuaid checking in.
McQuaid's Army. Okay, we got McQuaid's Army to 25. Okay, good people there. Good people. Yeah, the weather ain't looking that bad. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, May 15th, mark your calendars on that. Hats are in, we got merch, we'll be making our way around. If you want some, get with us, we'll mail them to you, okay? We'll get you fixed stuff. We got new decals in, we got the Rage and the Cage decal. Some of you've seen that already, some of you may not, but I can show you a lot one. It's just, it was actually the original decal, okay? It was the original decal, like, I don't know, 3.5, 4 years ago. And then we went with the one we have now, which I love. And we did some stuff up the other week down at the Summit Signs. He's the guy that does all this. And we seen that, oh, what was that? And we're like, man, that's cool. So we just went ahead and throw it out there. You know what I'm saying? We threw it out there. I don't know what you damn too. I need a splitter right here in my cage. I need that. Okay, moving on. I tell you, Mark. Mark. You good?
I'm good.
Okay. Okay, I always want to check on Mark. Mark would have something important to say. He's quiet, but he's thinking things out. He's got his LSU hat on. Okay? He's got his LSU hat on. Okay? So I tell you what, we're looking, and I'm just gonna get to the meat and potatoes thing. You know, this guy's been on the show before. I raced with him. I tried to. I mean, I don't really want to call him. You know, I passed him like 300 times. But anyways, I was actually woke up from a heavy dream. But anyways, now he's been on the show several times. He's highly successful in the world of late models, period. I don't care if it's a super, limited, whatever the hell it is, he's highly successful. Good friend of mine. He's been on the show in the past. He's got some dubs already this year. Hey, without further ado, how about it? Out of Severna Park, driving the 151. You know him, I know him, the Showtime. Kyle Lear. Let's get him up here. There he is, baby. What are you doing? You want to do? I want you to sit down first. Yeah. If you're just joining in, we thank you for joining into the House of Dirt. That's right, just the House of Dirt, ladies and gentlemen. Right here. We're leading the way with the hottest thing in the wire right now. Don't forget it. We ain't done yet. We're going to keep going forward. And we'll get your mic. Okay. You've got some other people in the audience here. We'll get to them here in a minute. We'll get to them here in a minute. Where's your rep?
I want the fast one.
Yes, it is. I beat you.
Think.
I'm sitting down in the old comfy chairs tonight. Mark me down in over here. How's the vision? Not your visual area. You see my legs here?
Yep, they're looking good. You got your Crocs.
Got the Crocs. So you like it? That's a new style.
I was wondering what the smell was.
What? Be honest with you. You don't know what now. Them Crocs right there, my friend. I've been wearing Crocs. I order 3 pairs a year. And I kept all of them, pretty much. Because when I get them, where I get another pair. But I don't like to get rid of them. They're sentimental. You know what I'm saying? I even have a pair of Crocs when I had my first top 10 finish. What do you think of that?
When was that?
Well, you missed it. It was in the papers. You missed it. We traveled that weekend. You were at another place racing. You didn't catch it. Okay? Anyways, lo and behold, it's on Amazon. Everything's on Amazon. I mean, you can buy anything you want on Amazon. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can buy a new fender, a girlfriend, a shirt, hat, whatever. I'm shopping. What do you think? I'm a shopper. You know what I mean? That prom truck. Beep, beep.
We get race car parts sometimes.
On Amazon? Do you really? The prom truck pulls in? Yeah. That prom truck looks like it's been in about a 30 lap street stock feature in Bedford. I beat cheese for that guy backstage. He gets out. Hello, how are you doing? You know what I'm saying? I like what's up, bro. You know? I love it. But yeah, these shoes, and this is what irritates me, Showtime, about these Crocs. Did you see that trim, the light brown?
Are they Velcro Crocs?
Well, yeah, right up here. Right
My man got Velcro.
Yeah, the Velcros, brother. Oh,
They're
yeah.
Crocs for old people.
No, look at the trim on the things. You think I can't get it up and down? I can run. I'm like Forrest Gump, baby. You know what I'm saying? I race you to Severna Park on foot.
I'll take it.
You'll probably pick me up about 50 feet up the road here. Okay. But no, the bummer was I always get them solid brown. Oh, this trim, this clad, buckskin. I can't get solid brown anymore. That's all that's left, is buckskin trim.
Just paint them.
I thought about it, really, I did. But they went to a bunch of other, like a lot of people's into Hey Dudes. I have a pair, but they just don't fit my feet right. You know what I mean? So here, see my foot? I'm gonna show my feet right now. Look at that. People pay money for that.
Well, I'll tell you guys, I know you guys can't tell it, but
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. That's why we're trying to keep the insects away and all the reptiles and everything. You think it's hot in here?
Yeah.
Is it a little steamy in here? That's what do they call that thing I want to get? The split.
Mini split.
The mini split. I tell you what. Before we go any farther,
We got
I tell you that's beef from South Africa. He's done. He's going. Ladies and gentlemen, that's number 10 on the night right there. That's right. You mess around here, you bit the farm, my brother. Greg Miller's quite rolling these. Oh, get the money off that thing. Does it have money? Like that? Oh yeah. He did. We did. I'm gonna tell you, that thing's
I was waiting for one to land on your head when you ever ran the mouth over.
I guarantee you.
Now I'm concerned, to be honest.
Oh, no, that was it. That's the queen.
Oh, okay.
That's what they call the queen bee. That's where they got that from, the queen bee. Yeah, I guarantee you, if you got stung with that, I'd be driving a race car this weekend. Because your head would be about 6 times bigger than what it is.
A lot of people say I got a big head.
Well, I don't know.
Probably fit.
You got some landscape like me up there going on. Okay?
Well, listen. It's alright if I'm going bald. I'm not gonna get any hair implants or anything like that. I'm gonna probably shave it off tomorrow.
Oh, really? Well, you probably got a couple. Does it take a while?
No.
We can do it tonight. You want to do it on camera? I think we should.
Yeah, we should.
There's a barber. That's what Mark's done for. How many years, Mark? How many years have you?
I could tell you if Tommy's doing it, he'll probably end up with an O2 in it.
Yeah, you will. I will shave it off. Like Rick Paul at 99 in the back. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So how long you been a barber?
Over 30 years.
30 years. Mark's cut my hair for 30 years. Do you see how he destroyed it?
Look at that.
Every week, Mark. Am I right? Every Thursday.
Every
I
30.
hope you charge him double.
Mark, do you want to answer that?
So I'm supposed to, Tommy, don't pay.
Well, when you come in and get your hair cut each week, you know, you're floating money as it comes along. You know what I'm saying? It's like a credit.
He said, I've been in the hole for 15 years.
Yeah, I probably have got like 30,000. He just still comes out here now.
I get paid the same as I do for this.
Exactly. Well, Mark, I'm glad you're broadcasting out on the national network here. That's great. That's great. It's good for the views, Mark. Good for the views. So, anyways, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. What's new in Severna Park? Like, are you busy working? I've seen some pictures. You're doing some work.
We're moving along. I wouldn't say we're busy. I don't think many people are busy right now that
Right.
Are building pools. I think people are hovering.
Mhm.
But we do a job here and there.
Okay.
More time to work on my race car.
Yo, that's right. There you go. There you go. And some of the stuff you do that is huge. It ain't like a little, hey, when I dug some pools, somebody had me dig some, you know, this little round thing that the kids get in. You dig these things that are like Red Run Park over here at the pond. That's how big they are.
Our average pool is around 600 square foot, but we've done some massive commercial jobs. You know, what I mean,
Right.
two your little jobs you were talking about, but
Yeah.
the average job is roughly around 600 square foot, and you know, that's a pretty good residential pool.
Yeah. You know, I remember calling you every year when I only ever got asked to came one swimming pool in. And this thing was, yeah. And I remember calling you, and I told you how I was going to do that, you know what I'm saying? And there was a silence on the phone. And you said you were going to do what? Like, I was like, yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. Excavator, smash, 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 you know what I mean? Stack it like dominoes, and then fill it in. And the craziest thing about that Showtime is there was a water spring underneath of it. So they, you jackhammer holes in it. Kyle, speak up. Dad can't hear you. Well, he should be able to hear you. Yeah.
Check.
Yeah, they should be able to hear. Yeah. But anyways, I told you, I said,
I
I'm going
told you gave me the bad mic.
I told I was going to jackhammer a hole in the pool. You know what I'm saying? It was a jackhammer hole in the pool. And I'll never forget that. Poor Freddie was out there. It was blazing heat. You know, going through like 18 inches of concrete. And because I thought, man, I don't want that thing to fill up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a runoff, a swale underneath this whole backyard. I don't know why they were putting it there anyway. But as soon as he hit and drove through that thing, water went up, shooting like 18 feet in the air. It was hilarious. Crystal clear water, buddy. Crystal clear.
Yeah, we've had them pop out of the ground before.
Oh.
A lot of people, when they drain their pools, they won't pull their relief plugs, and it'll blow the concrete shell right out of the ground.
Well, I'm going to tell you, that was a miserable job. I tell you, I could just hear your voice haunting me on the phone that day. Yeah.
Well, you should see somebody put one in and see how miserable it is.
No, I can't even imagine. You deal with that thing called rebar, and rebar works you out. That needs your workout. So, okay, so everything's good in Odenton. Severna Park, Odenton. It's all the same, right?
Well, for us it is, but not for the people that live in Severna Park. It's not.
They don't-
Severna Park is Severna Park.
Is that the hood?
No, Severna Park's not the hood.
That's-
Odenton.
That's the hood. Severna Park's what I think is the high end, isn't it?
You come to the race shop, you're going to be in the hood. You got to drive by the ghetto.
Well, when I was at your Christmas party, that's Odenton, correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's where I got mugged. Okay?
Yeah.
I got beat that
You
night.
got beat up, and you left with all the money.
Yeah.
You worked out really
I did
well.
well. I did. I run parts and sold them, and I got a black eye and a broken arm, and it was a long ride home. That's all I can say. They all laughed at me in the big. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, family's good.
Yeah, everybody's all good. Paisley goes in for surgery.
Oh,
When she gets out of school, we get her tonsils removed and
okay.
all scheduled stuff. Nothing
Yeah.
expecting me.
Okay.
And, the kids are ready to get out of school, and we're gonna go on vacation. Hopefully, race a little bit.
Yeah. And I seen a picture the other day. Did she go to some dance or something?
Yeah, she had her first dance on Saturday.
Really?
We
Okay.
took her down there in the Model A and
Oh, yeah?
hung out down there with her for a little bit, and it was pretty successful for her.
Good. I'm glad. She's a great kid, and I was glad to see her doing everything. I was just confused with the picture. I gotta be honest. I studied the picture a while. I even showed Mark. I said, I don't understand this, because there's Paisley, your daughter, and she's in such a beautiful dress. I mean, she looks so content and happy. And in the background, he's wearing a dress. And I said, I don't understand where this is going. I totally don't get it. You know what I'm saying? No, it was a great time. I'm glad to hear that she's taking place. She's growing up.
Yeah,
She's growing up.
they're both grown up.
They are.
I got two good kids, and time surpasses you when you're racing so much.
It does. 100% right there. Mine is 17 to be 18 and all this. She's 18. Well, right now she's 17 going on 33. Okay? She ask her and she'll tell you. She'll tell you how it is. She'll tell you how it's done. And, I got to I'll tell you this, right? She got her, this is great. You'll appreciate this. She got her driver's license like 6 or 8 months ago, okay? But I gave her the Impala. I had a pretty nice car,
Did you teach her?
No, actually I did. I rode with her some. Yeah, she did good.
She's got a better start.
Yeah, well, I understand. I mean, and I can remember going through the little town of Montoursville up there where the speed limit sign said 25, and I looked down, we were like 62. And I told her to back it down, and she got mad. But here's what happened. She did her permit driving. She'd probably kill me if she watched tonight. She'll be watching this. And she got her permit, and she wanted to take her test, right? Of course, she's up there. She's 3 hours away, And she calls, and she's in a tent. She's crying, right? And I thought, oh, good, she failed. Okay, because that's awful to say, but I'm just scared to death. You know what I'm saying? Of her drive. I am. You'll be scared too. It's scary. And she's safer driving on the racetrack, you know what I mean, than driving in real life. So she's crying. She's not failed. So of course I'm thinking in my mind, well, what did you do? Did you forget your turn signal? Did you back into the curb? And I couldn't get her to stop crying. And finally she said, this is what I did, Daddy. She says, I hit a car. And I said, you hit a car? And she said, yeah. She said, I pulled out like 15 feet with the officer in there, and I hit a car in front of me. It's a driving place. And they told me to shut everything down, and you were done for the night. So she sideswiped the car in the driving test line. Okay? That's classic, isn't it?
Did you tell her how many times you did that?
No, pretty much. I was like, yeah, that's what. You didn't give me bad luck. I would leave like right beside of Mark's stand wide. Oh, yeah.
How many times have you been parked?
Racing?
Anytime you're driving a vehicle.
Well, I gotta be honest. This road out in front of here, I successfully got 2 speeding tickets in one day. And
they probably won't even let you go to the shopping center and push a shopping cart.
no, I was notorious for getting speeding tickets around here and racing on the road. Back in the days on the old roads back here, a bunch of us, Not that you should do that. You should not do that. You should not race on the roads. It's not safe. Don't do it. I don't recommend it.
The speed is for
the racetrack. That's what Frank Side used to say.
Speed is for speedway.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I did. I got 2 in one day. My dad couldn't understand that. I couldn't either, to be honest. I argued the point of it. I even fought it, and I lost. Okay, I lost miserably. Okay, and our insurance bill, because I was like 17, went through the roof. But no, all is well there. And you've been racing some. I know last week you took a little time, weekend off. You had other things going on.
Yeah, we've been racing, and 2 weeks ago, I made more mistakes in 2 races than I did all year. Tore a bunch of stuff up, and we had some family obligations we needed to take care of, and just decided to take the weekend off. And the month of May is going to be super busy for us as a team. Mm-hmm. And our main crew guy Bob, he just had knee surgery, so he's laid up. He was trying to go to the track this weekend, but he said he needs another week off. He just got it done. He's not even 2 weeks old, I don't think. But
Bob was a machine.
Yeah, he's ready to go.
He is. That guy there is a machine. Like, not only, if you watch, obviously you do, you're running with him, but I see his Facebook stuff, right? And he'll go race like a wild banshee for 2 days in the heat, do it all, and then he'll be out doing like a 14-hour Easter egg hunt, running through the yard with the grandkids. I mean, he is. that guy goes, man.
You know,
He does.
He's wide open. He's very good help to us. He's very good to his family. Very good human being in general.
Yeah, he is. I 100 take the racing even out of it. He's a good person. You're right about that.
He'll help anybody.
Yeah.
And, hopefully he'll be back here in a few weeks and at least hanging out with us.
Yeah, he messaged me yesterday. He said he would have came up if he wouldn't have had his name like that. And good, yeah, good, and that's great. And you brought some people with you, man. You know, you brought. Well, you tell us who you brought.
They wanted to come. They wanted to come. We brought Jeff Alder. He's the president of Maryland Stock Car Hall of Fame and organizer of that. Also a really close friend of mine. We brought DJ Garrett, the other part of my race team.
The Dream Team.
The Dream Team.
The Dream Team. Now, the Dream Team is you, DJ, and
the big boss.
yeah, I was gonna say, does he like see it, man? When I play it now, he likes it. The big boss. I know the big boss, right? Ray Secarelli, the big boss. Jeff, you said about the Maryland Stock Car Hall of Fame.
Yes.
We were very fortunate to be invited there to do some speaking last year, and we thoroughly enjoyed it. We did. We loved it. We want to be a part of it. Come back, do it again. He's a wealth of knowledge. That guy, I tell you, wealth of knowledge, right there.
There's a lot of knowledge there. There's a lot of things in Maryland, in our area, that people don't realize. We've had a lot of great racers come out of this area, and they need to be honored and talked about, and carried on.
No, I 100% agree. And like I said, I'm on board for trying to participate in any way I can. And you got DJ Garrett. He drives the 81, correct?
Yeah, 81.
81.
He ran last week at Potomac. I think he ended up
Fourth. And obviously, they just had DJ, they honored his father with the annual, this is the second annual, correct? Is that up the third now? Okay, I've never raced with him. I've been there many times. I've never raced. I tried going there one time and the transmission blew up the truck. That was the end of it.
That's a good day to end.
It is. And we, instead of telling him, I said, let's just run it back. And we did, and it took us 7 hours.
Like, if that would happen to us, we'd go get another truck and probably break that one on the way to the track.
Yeah, that's how that normally goes. And we got the Grims. We got the Grims here for the Grim Racing Crew, okay? And we're happy to have them, the 08, and they run the Pure Stock division at Hagerstown Speedway. So they're in the audience tonight. And we want to tell people, if they want to be in the audience anytime, they just get a hold of me, and they can come out and hang out with you.
Yeah, you got plenty of room. I think he's going to set some bleachers up in here next
You
week.
know.
You may have to hang out with the bees, but
The killer bees.
he's knocking them down here and there.
Oh, 10 kills, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 10 kills. I'm like, my SWAT, the kill percentage, it's like 88%.
I won't tell you, you've been pretty consistent.
Oh, I have. That tennis racket there, I love it. I can do it. Mark, what are you guys going on up there? Is everything going well?
Yep, we got hellos from Ed Sasso.
Hey, big squishy.
Tom Gummer says
Tom
he's
Gummer.
watching from Ocean City Cruise Weekend.
That's Ed Pope's Cruise.
That's right.
And he also said that he got 2 speeding tickets in 2 states in the same day.
That's good. That's good stuff.
Our friend Mike Kirshner says hello.
Hey, I was on the track with Mike. You know what I'm saying?
I watched
Did
it.
you?
He was on there giving me a hard time.
Yeah, right. I love Mike. We're on track with Mike Tuesday nights, right?
Ray Cicerelli
The big boss.
checking in.
Good, the big boss.
And Mark Hoffman says a big hello to Tommy and Showtime Cal Lear.
There you go, Mark Hoffman joining us up in here. I love it. You know, we had a great promo for this. We worked hard. I told you we had a lot planned on that promo.
Yeah.
We had vehicles, we had impersonations of police officers, okay? And did you like it?
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, you could have done a little better job with the tape number.
What, you want to get a letter all about raps? Do it.
You called Bill Funkenstein, he would have printed you a number.
Yeah, I know he probably would. I mean, I went with the poster board, the 151 with the big wide Sharpie. Yeah, you were speeding. I got you.
But it was okay.
It was okay. It was okay.
The only time you're going to catch me.
Do it. I gave you a beep. Hot pursuit. You know what I'm saying? So, wow, man, here we sat downtown East Side Rowleyville, and can you believe it's not winter anymore? We're in winter. It seems like winter. Once you get past that January part, it rolls, doesn't it? The race season.
Yeah, it's crazy to think we're already in May.
I know, it is. You're 100% right. And the weather's getting stupid like it always does in this May. See, really right now, in my opinion, you tell me if I'm wrong. You would tell me if I'm wrong, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I don't have no problem telling you you're wrong. You're wrong.
Exactly. But no, May is really like mid-April. I'm telling you, the seasons around here are 20 to 30 days difference. They're not what they used to be. It stays warm to November.
The other week in Hagerstown, after we got done running,
Yeah.
Mr. George come over and said, we got about 15 minutes.
Oh, the storm.
That storm rolled through, man.
The slobber number.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Seeing pictures the next day of that place, I mean, I was.
It was crazy.
When we rolled out of 40 and come down.
Yeah.
And rolled by a pilot, man. Trees were all shoved over
Oh,
the
I know.
road. It was bad up here.
Yeah, and Mark, we went to his house, like, it missed it, it rained a little, it half hour. It got breezy, nothing. But when we left, it looked like an apocalypse had occurred from that track. So we got up to where Mark lives out in the middle, like where the Amish live, and quite frankly, I tend to believe he is undercover. But, anyways, Mark, his whole road, his, like dominoes, trees down, you know, this is insane, the power line. But people didn't need power for 4 or 5 days, some of them.
Yeah, I was seeing that on Facebook, obviously.
Yeah.
You see a bunch of that stuff because of social media now.
Yeah.
I mean, it was weird how that thing just traveled across the top of Maryland and the
Yeah.
bottom of PA all
Right.
the way across.
Yeah, but then some places you go, it looked like nothing happened. And it was so, our McDonald's sign, we lost it. The McDonald's sign,
Did you put that up?
Fred and I planted that thing back about 3 years ago. They said 3 foot of concrete, we went 2.5.
One bag and we find
That's it. You know it was hot. That's exactly right.
What's it saying?
You know how that goes. Oh yeah. Chuck it up some stone.
We got to Frederick, it didn't even rain.
That's crazy.
We were gonna stop at the Sheets here and kinda let the
Yeah.
weather get ahead of us, and Sheets was packed, so we went to Frederick,
Okay.
and we rolled in there, and it never even rained.
That's nuts. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, we hope you're just tuning in. If you can get tuned in.
You okay?
What I tell you? You see that? You see how the guy saw me right behind the scene? You see that? Oh, it's okay. It's fine.
Spit it out.
I know. But anyways, if you're just joining in, we thank you for joining in. We're here on the House of Dirt. We're here with Showtime Cavalier right in downtown Rouserville. That's right. And this is show number, you remember what number?
65?
That's it, 65. That's exactly right. That's how many top 10s I had racing.
That's a lie.
It was one iRacing.
I'm not too sure about that.
Even iRacing? I crashed him up on that too.
I've never iRaced, so I can't tell you.
I don't have.
I'm sure you probably weren't good at that neither.
I'm telling you, the insults Mark are just, I couldn't, okay, we're gonna let it go at that. We're gonna let it go. I think the heat's getting to me, ladies and gentlemen, the heat's getting to me. But nevertheless, here we are.
Hey, do I get paid any extra for the conditions? I mean, I know you paid me to
Good
come
luck.
here, but do I get paid any extra?
Tell me about the conditions. The people in the audience,
The heat, the heat, it's
it
getting
is a
hot.
little hot in here. Oh, you think I am? Listen, you'll get an invoice from us 30 to 45 days after the show. Mark handles all that. There's a 90-day pay period. We give you 90 days. Okay.
We run 14-day net. So,
14-day nets.
yeah, we'll be out of business in 90.
Oh, okay. It is all good. In fact, Mark, you have to get his mailing address. Okay, make sure we got that to get that sent out, please. No, it's a little warm. We're going to look at getting one of them split, what are they called?
Mini splits.
Mini splits.
Like you get,
I thought you paid like extra money for a triple extra.
you got a big window. Put a big window unit in.
Well, how am I supposed to, how would I do that there? Would I cut one? They're old windows, you know what I'm saying?
Bust it out with a hammer, put a little piece of sheet metal up there and block it off, then put your window unit in there, and you can buy a window unit from Walmart.
I'm all for, Mark, what do you think? What's that?
Or from Amazon.
Right, you know that Amazon truck rolls in. I guarantee
Who's
you.
gonna do it for you?
I had a story about an AC unit in my shop,
Yeah?
and I had a guy's dad that was gonna put it in. I went and bought the unit the next day. He showed up, he said, I can't put it in, it's too tight. I ain't enough room. So I sent them guys home, I put it in that night. He showed up the next day, he said, you put that in? I said, I asked you to do it yesterday, but he wouldn't do it.
Wouldn't do it. Well, so you think if I cut that one crossbar down there, I can just slide that in and fit it in?
Yeah.
Now here's the story about these windows. I'm going to tell you. When
They're
I was
older than you.
They are. When I was a young man and we lived here, I wanted to be a professional baseball player. Clearly, you see that didn't happen. Okay.
What do you do professionally?
I don't know. I gotta be honest. I don't know. I tend not to try to include myself as a professional there.
He'd scare you if he told you.
Yeah, right.
He is getting a little famous on social media. I guess you could call that's what you are.
Yeah, I'm trying. I can't keep up with these guys on flow though. You know that. They're
Well,
running me hard.
You
They're running me
need
hard.
to be yourself. You don't need to be anybody like that.
That's right. I'm like Eminem.
Because I'm not too sure they know
Yeah,
yet.
correct. I think you're right. I want the FCC will let me
professional
be.
beat killer.
What's that?
You're a professional bee killer.
Yeah, thank you. There got to be a professional name for that.
A beekeeper.
A beekeeper. A beekeeper. Probably different levels. Different levels.
You're right. If you've seen the beekeeper, it's definitely a different level.
Yeah, it probably is, right. It is. But no, I used to throw a tennis ball against that wall out there. All joking aside, for hours. Hours, day in and day out. And once every 2 weeks, one would go through the window. Okay? And my dad would get really upset about it. He would. Because he had a Corvette in here, 63 Stingray. And the glass would fly all over. Okay? And this is what I would do. This is awful. Now, mind you, I'm like 9 or 10 years old. I would take a chisel and try to make wings so I said it was a bird to fly through. I would take the hole and try to cut out like look like a wing. You know, two wings. And it was a bird. Sometimes the birds would be this big, so I got it carved out. But he never really bought into that showtime. He really didn't. So I'll have to work on that. So you think a big unit would cool that in here?
Yeah. Yeah, a big unit would be awesome in there.
Okay, because
I mean, you have to get off some of your money.
Huh?
You have to get off some of your money.
I do. I'm very lucrative.
I mean,
tight with it.
I mean, you're giving me some, but you need to get off some more to get a unit. You know what I mean? But
I don't even pay Mark for haircuts. Okay.
well, I know you got to save up.
Yeah, I do.
But no, a window unit would do good in here.
Well, that's what we're gonna do because I hate to see you over here with water running off.
And then a window unit, you're only talking about a couple $100.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you could probably get Walmart or Amazon to sponsor you.
Oh, I'm sure. Do you like our sponsor? They're really increased. And I got to be honest. I'm going to throw it up here, and I don't know why I missed the card. I apologize on this. Seriously, the card's over there. I don't know why I missed it. But Dillman's Hauling, LLC, I missed that, and I truly apologize. Dillman's Hauling, don't say a smart word about this, okay?
The good thing, guys, is he's still got the banner up.
Yeah, correct.
So your guys' names are up, he's advertising,
Yep.
and he's acting like a goof, too.
Yeah. And Dillman's Hauling is come on board this year. They're great people. They're from up in that West Perry region, the Garmin region up in there, and no, they're good people. And they came on board. So I truly apologize for that. So shame on me.
And you need everybody. It takes a team effort.
It does.
It's done.
It
You know
does.
what I mean?
No, you're honestly right. And you have Jeff here tonight, and Jeff has been talking. And here's the thing. I'm going to tell the people, okay? We are upgrading. We're going to do an upgrade on the, what do we call it? It's the AV. Is that the technical word for it, Jeff? AV sound and Mark.
Sound and audio.
Yeah, correct. And Mark don't know, we're sending him away for 2 weeks to a disclosed location to learn this stuff.
Down in the hood.
Yeah, he's going down about 136th Street on East Side Baltimore.
Can you do dreadlocks?
Oh yeah, I got a thing up there. I did a video with him. Oh yeah. So you're racing this weekend? Where are we going tomorrow night?
We are headed to Bedford.
Okay. I think you guys will probably be okay. What's the weather looking? I thought it wasn't that bad.
I think we got an 80% chance right now to race.
Yeah, that's seriously. Yeah, I hear it.
Hopefully if they do call it, they call it early.
Correct.
If not, hopefully they call it for hot laps, so they don't get muddy.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
you know, I'm hoping to race. I want to race, but, man, Saturday looked like a wash. But, in all honesty, we really do need the rain across.
Yeah,
Across
I agree.
the problem with the wildfires, with the drought issue we're in.
Right.
We need the rain. So, if we could get a light rain, it would be perfect, but we don't need heavy downpour.
No, we don't need that. That just runs off, doesn't it? That
Yes.
runs off. And the creek back there gets high, and it disrupts the ecosystem.
Well, if the creek gets high, where do the snakes go?
Well, I got to be honest with you, and I'm sure Pete is probably watching. You know what that stands for, right? People eating tasty animals. Okay? But we did have to put 3 snakes down on Easter Sunday. We did. Already three are down. We put 3 down. We don't like them. Do you like them? I don't like them.
No, I'm not eating their snakes.
No. I don't like them, period. I mean, do you want like stepping around them and seeing them?
You know, I got a shovel.
You make 1 snake
I got
into
a
2.
Yeah.
Or 3. Or 2.
No, just 2.
Okay, 2. And you know you don't touch them when the sun goes down. They still bite you.
No, I stay the hell away from them.
It's period. It's like forever. Okay, I got you. So, man.
It wouldn't be a problem if they didn't pop out and surprise you all day.
Well, that's the thing. They think it's funny.
Or
Exactly.
they could pop out. They get you when you
Yes.
least suspect it.
Yeah, exactly. So, I got to tell you, here's the thing that they're doing, speaking of snakes. This is a good thing. No, I don't think it's a good thing at all. But I did read about it. Mark, I thought you would have read about this. It's called the rattlesnake drill. Okay? In some of the northern counties, because the roads are so bad, kind of like the Arno Denton. Okay? Here we go. You don't pet the baby now. Now, what they're doing is they are dropping in sacks, rattlesnakes. They call them rattlesnacks. And they drop them in wooded areas, fields, because they're releasing these rattlesnakes to take care of the rodent problem. What do you think of that? A rattlesnake.
Well, that's what my mom always said. My mom said it'll keep the mice down.
Yeah, but I think we can find other ways to do it, like decon. They sell it every day at a hardware store.
They say I got mice in my truck. Well, that's because it's hiding from something.
That's correct. That's correct. And Sharp, what do you got going on?
Oh, we got a lot of talk over here.
Here we go. Sharp.
Let's see here.
Talk to us, Sharp.
Mark Hoffman checking in.
Yeah, right.
He wants to, let me get to it. He wants to build a pole barn over the racetracks and leave the sides open for the fumes to escape and cover the grandstands.
Seriously.
And solar panels to light up the entire property. Problem solved.
Yeah, and then we could race year round.
Yeah, why wouldn't they do that? Seriously, it can't, I mean, I know it's a lot, but it can't be that bad.
Todd Ward said he's up to doing it, so.
He hear that?
There
He
we go.
get Ward. He gets
I have Valley to go.
Yeah, that's it. Quarter mile, baby. You know
I
it.
like it.
We'll be pushing snow. Get that snow on the
I
side
like
of
it.
this.
I like it.
Mike Kirshner says that Tommy spent all his money on that top-notch 151 sign on the car.
I did. That poster will cost me $1. And $1 for it. Excuse me, $1.06 tax.
Keith Wall says we got to get the MGK Racing on that backboard.
There you go. That's, whatever. What do we call that? Machine Gun Kelly. Okay. Yeah. No, that's Wally Walls in the 462. Yeah.
Here's what makes him a little different there. Keith says he got 2 snakes in his living room in cages. Does that
He must like it.
Yeah. More power.
does that surprise you?
No, I would be scared to death. I couldn't sleep at night. I couldn't. There ain't no way. It's like seeing them exalt. Never mind.
You're hearing people, man, I got a problem. What? Well, I misplaced my snake.
Yeah, right. That could be just, yeah, right. Yeah, I could never, like, for instance, like, you know, a really beautiful, well, never mind. Let's just she had a pet snake, right? And I could.
Where are you going with this?
I'm not going where you think I'm going. I'm just saying, like, I couldn't bear to be in that house. You know what I'm saying? And her to sit there like a dog and, like, caress it. The snake. The reptile.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, Mark.
Are you okay?
That's all we got right now.
Okay, I'm sure there's more to come.
Yeah.
Is.
They're fired up tonight.
No, they are. They're squawking. They're getting through to you. So Saturday night's Hagerstown, correct?
Yes, that's the plan. We're gonna go to Hagerstown, and we were gonna stay up here, but we're actually gonna drive all the way back home Friday night, just because the weather don't look too good right now.
Yeah. Yep. Do you remember? This is classic story here. This guy, I think it's his first time coming up here to the show. You were going someplace racing. Oh, hi. Yeah. You had the big hauler, right? This is good stuff. It clearly wasn't going to fit in this driveway. I tried to convince him it would, but I said he pictured it. He's like, absolutely not. So anyways, he takes it to AC&T over here. That's like the stomping grounds, the gas station. You know what I mean? It's like a Sheetz. He parks it there. And when he pulls in the lot, AC&T empties out. Okay? All the workers come out. And they come out and they're like, I've never thought we'd see a NASCAR driver here in the parking lot with this big red. You ought to see this. This was classic. I mean, this guy right here, he was handing out, kissing babies, signing autographs, handing out in this big red. It was awesome. It was great. But remember, we shipped you over. We transported you from AC&T over here.
We were actually at the Dirt Track World Championship.
Okay.
I think that weekend.
Mansfield.
And no, Portsmouth.
Portsmouth. Sorry.
And it was the Thursday we were on the way out. You asked us to stop in.
Yes.
And it worked out good. And we hung out here and got back on the road and trucked on out.
Okay. When are you trucking to Path Valley this year? Are you trucking up there?
Yeah, we're gonna be up.
Okay, because it is a small track. I can't do it.
Okay.
I just can't do it. I have to just do it. I'll flow.
It'll flow out here a little bit.
Look at big action. That's it right there.
We're gonna hopefully be at Path, I think, next Saturday.
Oh, okay, for the topless.
Yes,
Right.
for the top.
That's right. Dr. Krause, promoter there, the veterinarian, right? He does a lot for the racetrack, very much. And he has his topless race, okay? And it pays decent money, you know what I'm saying? And he usually has a good race there, good car count, so you'll be there.
We'll be there with the top off. I love racing without the roof on it. I think it's awesome.
I never had no desire.
What, are you nervous?
Yeah, because my head hit the crossbar. I didn't have a tall cage. I had like Barney Rubble. My head was stuck out through the top.
Oh, you didn't have such a big head.
Well, I thought I was born like that, but okay. It's the genetics. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, now I see it.
Yeah, but she liked the Conference race.
But no, I like running with no roof, and I think the fans get to see down in the cockpit a little bit better.
Yeah,
and,
it was cool. I like it too.
You know, you get to see you hustling it around, and you know, obviously at Pat Valley, they've done a lot of work. TA
Oh, yeah.
Ward done a lot of work with
Yeah.
the bleachers, so
Yeah.
the fans can
Yeah.
sit right down in the cockpit there and see
Yeah.
us, our elbows flying around.
Elbows up.
Elbows up.
That's right, elbows up. And then you got some nut up in the booth, just carrying on screen like a white man.
Big mouth.
He is, the small
Big
track with the big
mouth.
mouth. Like
Yeah.
Keith Wall said that the other night on the Michael Mike show. He said it's the small track with the guy with the big mouth. Yeah. But now, I'm glad. You like running up there.
Yes, I love the place. I wish we could make it there more.
It's a long haul.
The drive is just,
Yeah.
it's not the best. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sure. There ain't no direct route.
When you know, in 2 weeks we're planning on going to Dog Hollow. I think Friday the weather looks
Yeah.
good, and then
Northern Cameron County.
we're gonna truck back, and then probably stay at Path,
Yep.
and then race there Saturday night.
Yeah, it is, I'm sure it is a windless, torturous travel to get up there. I mean, it's just like when we went the other day, down to your place. I mean, we lost hubcaps, got graffiti when we pulled in some place. I afraid not stabbed, he never told anybody after the Christmas party, but he had a wound. Okay. Yeah, we sent you a bill for that, by the way. You should have got the invoice.
Well, the reason I'm in the hood, so nobody comes look at my race car.
Well, that's smart. You're always thinking ahead.
Ain't nobody come down to the hood.
Yeah. Are you do the Christmas party? I don't need Christmas yet, but I'm sure you'll do one again, won't you?
Well, we're signed up for the dome.
Oh,
The
okay.
preemptive, so that might throw a wrench in our
Okay.
Christmas party date.
Well,
But if we don't go to the dome, yeah, we're gonna have a Christmas
well, I
party.
didn't see it. I did it one year. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We did. We had a lot of fun. People were stoked up. We had a lot of fun. So I'm gonna get up here, and I'm gonna walk around. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, we're here with Showtime Cavalier, driver 151 Little Lake Model. It's the House of Dirt. That's correct. I'm Tommy Cordell, your host, and we're gonna kill some bees here tonight. And I'm gonna take a drink here. There's probably a bee in it. This thing right at the top.
Yeah, you never wanna see your backside.
You are correct. You are correct. Now, I need to take that a minute.
Okay.
Okay, you're done.
Third time you told me that.
Okay. Go ahead and run. Okay, so here we go. Well, we're gonna let you see what's coming. Okay, I'm gonna sneak in here. Who brought this 2x4?
I thought it was for insurance.
It is. It's a side door right there. Did you hear about the shellacking and stuff? That was pretty funny, wasn't it? How the shellacking. Oh, here. You know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen? It is time, my friends, for Martha Shark's Weekly Bite. I forgot. Okay, Martha Shark, brought to you by...
You held that one too?
Yeah. Freeze Motorsports, ladies and gentlemen. The ultimate leader in Onyx racing. PA legends, East Coast legends are getting the job done. Mark the Shark, he's going to talk to us in a minute. What do you got, Stall?
Well, let's start off here with our with the Danny Dietrich.
Here we go. You can't get enough.
This ain't gonna be too bad, but Ashton Torgerson.
Yeah.
This is a little trivia
Ain't
question.
he like 14 or something?
He's 18,
Oh, sorry.
but he has when he drives his family car.
Yeah.
What number does he drive?
So he was 1A, obviously, with...
Yeah. It's a very famous number in the late model world.
Really?
Yeah. With a lot of history.
151.
When he races it,
Oh, 02.
when he-
It was 02.
it was 02.
What?
02. Because of you, yeah.
Are you serious?
I'm serious,
Ladies
it's
and
02.
gentlemen, I love it. I love the guy. I never even met him.
When
He's
he
like,
when he
well,
drives his
okay.
his family owned cars, he's 02.
I love it. That's great. I don't like much about the sprint cars, but I like that.
Well, I got a few questions more than numbers. I was talking to Cal earlier about some of these. Like if you had unlimited money, but could only put it in one thing, would you put it in the motor, the chassis, shocks, toter, tires?
He put them in adult movies. Sorry. You said you had one for me later, didn't you? Yeah, it's yours. Your turn. Right there you go.
Do I gotta pick one then?
One of them. If you had unlimited money,
Can I make one?
yeah, you
I would say help.
paid help.
Okay.
Just help.
Help.
General help on the race car. Man labor help. Not a paid crew chief. You know, not paying a Robbie Allen, but help in the shop and at the racetrack. Manpower. That's what I would say. Unlimited. Oh, here he is again.
You got Tommy Cordell with nothing to do on the weekends.
I said help,
Oh,
not hurt.
all right. Another unlimited money. If you could buy a racetrack
Sorry.
already running, or build your own track, but if you build your own track, what would be the perfect track for you? Like dimensions, what classes would you run, and more importantly, who would announce the races? But if you had unlimited money, like is there a certain track that you would just buy and run it like it is, or if you build one, you could put it anywhere? Would you go like big track, like half mile, small track?
I would build a 3/8 to a quarter mile track, high bank,
I figured.
and we would run late models, a stock car division, probably a Northeast modified, and a sprint car class. Whether it had wings or non-wings. But I think everybody around me knows that real race cars don't have wings.
That's right.
Yeah.
A support division. A support division. That's like a jock strap with a race
That's
car.
good.
And late models.
With the new design on like late models, do you think the racing is improved or diminished? Like it seems like the only way they can pass is throwing sliders in there and just hope it sticks.
Well, in my career, I feel like racing has changed 3 times since I've started driving. Names like Gary Stoller, Rupert Bear, these guys have been through eras of different race cars and different driving styles.
Tom Purnell.
Yeah, Tommy.
Thank you.
When I started racing, you had to enter so straight and make sure you get off the corner straight. Now you're passing people getting in the corner and getting off the corner don't really matter. It's just the driving styles changed because of our race cars have changed. Has it diminished? I don't know. I mean, there's still a ton of passing. I mean, Farley went from 14th or whatever at Port Royal on Sunday to 2nd, and he was there on the last lap. Saturday, 2 Saturdays ago at Hagerstown, I went from 17th to 7th. I mean, when the racetrack's right, there's plenty of passing.
Yeah,
But you got to have all the ingredients. You can't have one.
no, that's a good answer.
What was your time spell? Was a bad answer?
Yes, it was a very bad answer. I wait for you.
No, hey, wait a second. I know they can't hear me because maybe they can't. Everybody can hear me. Anyways, you never answered the question about who you have announced.
I would have 3 announcers.
Go for it.
Okay? There are going to be 2 guys in the booth,
Yep.
1 guy in the track all the time. The reason I say that is because you need 2 people announcing, bringing you the picture that they can't see.
Okay, I agree.
And you gotta have pit announcing. That's where we're at in today's world. You gotta have people doing the pit announcing.
Yeah, the locals seem like there's always a lot of dead air.
Hold on. Who would be the announcers?
Tommy's big on this word.
Yeah.
I just want to hear it. You're not going to upset me.
Okay.
Go for it.
It's gonna be Doug Watson,
Okay?
Buddy Long,
Okay?
and you're gonna be my infield announcer.
I'm going to be the infield.
He'd be the perfect infield announcer.
You're right,
Yeah.
Because he's gonna be loud, he's gonna be clear.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear him over the other cars that are on the racetrack,
He ain't afraid to ask him the questions.
and he's not scared to ask any question, even though it might be wrong at the time. He's still gonna ask it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
And we talked about this one earlier. before we got on the air, but passing points versus straight up starts. You told me your answers, but nobody's heard it.
Yeah, I'm a passing points kind of guy. There's a lot of places around here probably don't know how to do passing points.
Or we'll never know how to do them.
Yeah, but again, the racetrack has to be available for passing points. If the racetrack's not available, then we can't put on a show. So it takes a couple people to make the entertainment go on a Saturday or Friday night. Obviously, you gotta have a promoter, you gotta have a racetrack, you gotta have race cars, and you gotta have fans. Obviously, if the racetrack's good, us as drivers can put a show on, the fans are gonna show up. If we can't put a show on, fans aren't gonna show up. They're gonna start dwindling away. I'm a passing points kind of guy, but if the track's gonna be one lane, that's not gonna work out for anybody.
Yeah. Well, Tommy can help you answer this one. What's more important, fans or drivers? You said it'd be hard to answer because you can't have one without the other. But who should the track favor more and why?
Tough question.
The track shouldn't favor anybody.
Well, yeah, okay.
And I feel like the fans are as big a deal as the drivers. Because without the fans, what are we gonna be doing?
Because you go to some of these tracks and you can't, the speakers are bad, you can't hear, you can't see. And of course, if you're a driver, there's certain tracks that are better than others. And
Well, the places I go, the places I race at, I can hear everybody. In that Path Valley, I think the whole valley can hear my man at Path
you know
Valley.
who the best ice cream is up there.
Best damn ice cream in Spring Run. You know it. Happy Shack.
But there are places upgrading their stuff. I believe Hagerstown just did a major upgrade
Yeah.
to their sound system.
They needed it.
Yeah. Hagerstown, I think Bedford does as well. They're on a radio station as well.
Oh, yeah.
So if you had a radio in your trailer, you could tune your radio in and then hear the announcement over the radio as well.
Nothing from Tommy? Okay.
Well, I'm measuring this.
He's
South
measuring a
African
bug.
beef.
One
It
last
measures
question while he's busy.
an inch and a half. Inch
He
and a
said
half.
this is a world record kill.
Yeah.
It is right here. Inch and a half, my friends.
And you've answered this earlier too, but when did you start racing? What age? What type of racing?
Started in 2001, 2002. I was 13. I mowed grass for the whole summer to get a 1976 Pontiac Le Mans, and I built a bomber car to run Potomac with.
Okay, I didn't know. I didn't know that.
And you said if you had to do all over again, you would have started with late model.
And if I had to do it all over again, I would just wait it and got in my dad's late model.
Wow, okay.
Thought you answered them all great.
Well, he did. He did. Okay, so,
Tommy, can you answer all of them?
yeah, I probably can. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Mark the Shark's Weekly Buddy. He's always got good statistics, good questions. Showtime had some good answers there, particularly the one with the announcing. Yes, I like it. I actually raced street stocks when I was age, it was in the 90s, 16. And I was public enemy #1 to Randy Grove. Okay? Like, that guy lost some years in his life. He's still living, but he lost some, he got gray hair with me, I can assure you that. Because I always liked to pass 15 cars on the backstretch while they were all single file. Oh, yeah, I would. And I think I'd get away with it. Yeah, and I wouldn't. Yeah. He would literally come out in the middle of the track and go like this.
He probably got you that.
Oh, he did. Yeah, in fact, and he'd always come up real nice. He'd come up the window and he'd be like, and I'd start mouthing on. And then that guy would go from like this big, 0 to 100. I mean, it was radical, dude. It was radical. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, there were some good questions. I personally didn't know that you started 1976 bomber.
He wasn't listening.
Yeah, he was.
67
Yeah.
in the bomber class of Potomac Grand Prix.
It was a 76.
I
Come on.
was born that year. I was born in 76. So
18. 76.
yeah, right. I am. I'm reincarnated like Kendrick Lamar. He sings about being reincarnated. You ever see that? You shouldn't know that. Okay, that's probably like what they play for school in the morning. You know what I'm saying? No. So, anyways, no. Mark the Shark. You had some good stuff there. You had some good stuff. I tell you, I think. You think we ought to talk? We ought to talk to DJ a second. What do you think? You think we ought to talk to DJ?
Just it's your show.
I mean, you hold him up here. You know.
Well, I mean, you paid me to come, but, I mean, he's here, we might as well talk to him.
Well, I just want to get another invoice out, so.
Did you pay him?
No, he's paying. That's why. Mark's going to invoice this guy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause. It's number 81, DJ Garrett. DJ, get up there. Have a seat in that chair. You can hand me that sign. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. That's Mark Sharp's Liquid White. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. And you guys can just stay. There you go. So, DJ, I got you in you like your chairs, don't you?
They're comfortable.
They are. But we have especially woven. Okay? Mark's family did. Okay? They got a little bit of Amish in them. Okay? So, you obviously, you just come off a big weekend. You ran fourth, and that was great. Okay? The poster, he parked that night. Everybody seemed to, and you're kind of clang. Okay? Seriously. You all had a nice night. Nice ride back from the racetrack. The week before was the memorial, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that was the third, we said.
Third annual.
Okay, so who all won that? The first one, you remember?
First year, Jamie Latham won.
Okay.
Year 2, Derek Quaid won, and then this year, Kyle Hardy won.
Hardy won this one right here. Hardy's on fire right now. He is. The guy's racking up. There ain't no question about it. He's Captain. He's moving forward. You had a good car count. You tell me. Tell the people. How did the night go?
The night was very successful. We had 28 cars show up from as far as outside Charlotte, North Carolina.
Wow, that's great.
Dan Brewer made the long haul up.
You got to say it like this. The long haul. You know what I mean? Can you do that?
No.
Okay.
I'll leave that to you.
Okay. I'm trying to help you here.
It's okay.
Okay. Keep going.
You know, I think date-wise, with Lucas coming into town and stuff, you know, I try to schedule the race around the anniversary of my father's death.
Okay.
So
Sure.
Easter fell that weekend. I think that might have hurt us a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, there was several drivers that have came and supported the event before.
Yeah.
That had family obligations and
Yeah.
couldn't make the long haul up. But overall, it's been very successful.
You start, I don't mean to stop you, but you started to get it long, you know what I mean? Long. Like a goose. Long. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Long haul. Right? Okay, good. Go ahead.
Long haul!
There you go. That's what I wanted right there, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Garrett, he's on the mic. Get it done. That's right. That's right.
Hey, you think you could announce the Pat Valley with you?
No. He could. I think he could.
I'll be in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't pass me on the outside.
You know what's funny though is when he had my transponder and everybody up in the booth's like, well, Tommy Cordell's up here announcing he's not racing. I'm like, I think you know that. I'm clear that I'm not down there. You know what I'm saying? That was awesome. They're like, how's it possible? I'm like, well, it is.
Here's your sign.
Yeah, it was totally possible. Okay, anyways.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
I didn't know that happened.
Oh, yeah, it was. I almost announced my own name. You almost grabbed one up there, remember that? And then some jackass pulled it.
He did. Coming out of turn 2
Yeah.
on the last lap.
That was it. The guy was going to win. You know what I'm saying? And lo and behold, here he comes. I'm going to pull this.
Oh, you know, look back, I mean, he's knocked at least one red light down at Pat.
That's right, you did. John had to work that whole week.
He probably would have did it again if I even tried to move up a little bit. So.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I tell you,
I wonder why they're so low.
well, I don't know.
Well, most people don't take it late night on new wall rides.
Well, true. I mean, you do like to run the perimeter up there. Okay. It's funny because you make your lane up there. You do. You work a couple laps, you get it ran down to where you want it, like that. It's crazy. So again, obviously you're racing this weekend.
I am locked and loaded in the
Same
trailer.
thing, same place.
Yep. I mean, we pretty much travel together.
Yeah.
You know, other than we have family things or personal things going on. I mean, we're pretty much up and down the road together, us three.
Yeah.
You know, we've got a real good group and core of people that get along, and
Yeah.
racing's fun, traveling together, and you know, making these memories and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Seriously, at the end of the day, it's what it's all about. Now, when can I drive your car?
Well, you know, the checkbook, you know, I'll send you my check for tonight, and then when you send your check for the rental, we can talk.
You like this? Don't rental.
I think you guys should switch seats next Saturday. Halfway through the night.
Yes! What a perfect opportunity! I'll get me a Kirky 18. Oh, I will, guarantee. I'll order it. It's like Amazon. I'll order it.
The track side and might not be updated.
No, I don't care. We don't need it. No. You ought to think about it. I think you guys want something right here.
So should we let him start the night and me finish it?
No, I let him finish it, because if he starts, you're not gonna get the finish.
Oh, don't listen to that. You know, I blew 2 wins way up there. I ran second. You know what I mean? You know, I had a couple thirds. You know what I'm saying? I did.
Did 4 cars finish?
No, smart ass. The field behind them, they had to work vigorously.
I would say Pet Valley does have a decent amount of cars on a regular.
All joking aside, yeah, seriously. Like,
They definitely do.
I mean, the other week we were a little worried, I'll be honest, because the weather was, and there was, what, 16? And then we turned it up to 19 last week. And there was some decent meat in the field. There really was. There really was. The guys like it up there.
It's a fun place to go race at.
Yeah, plus they have great ice cream. The best damn ice cream is pretty fun.
It's definitely one of my more favorite tracks to run. You know, if you guys ask Kyle what size, I tend to struggle with the big half miles typically.
I don't like them either, because you gotta think too much. You can eat a bloody sandwich while you're racing.
Up until, you know, a couple weeks ago. Up until a couple weeks ago at Bedford, I mean, I've definitely struggled consistently at the half miles, and I think my driving style is more up on the wheel, throw it in there, and.
Well, I'm gonna tell you how much I think, and he alluded to something here, of how much it's changed. Now, I'm by far no premier was race off. Hey, stall, okay? You're fired. Okay? You don't get paid anything, but you're fired. That's how it is. And you'll never get paid for a haircut. Okay? Now, here's the deal. All joking aside, when I started, I ran a lot of Bedford the first 2 years. I truly did. And, like, I didn't get anywhere near that big white monster of a fence. Okay? What? No. You know why it's so high, right? Gee, it's hard to go out over.
So it keeps you in.
Yeah, right. And I didn't get anywhere near that. Now,
He's
and
on
not a lot of
all
guys
rights
did.
at Bedford.
Well, forget that. Not a lot of guys did, but it's changed that. Seriously, the guys that are fast are up against that thing flying, and that's where I'm like, I'm out. I'm out. As they say in Oden, I'm out. You know what I mean? I'm out. But no, I like to. I was scared to death to go up. Randy Burkhardt used to call me and say, "You ought to bring that thing up to the valley." And I'd be like, "I ought to order 20 more quarter panels this week, and maybe a whole line." And then I finally did.
Well, they got plastic out now.
They do. They do. But I finally did it. I went up there, and I got to be honest. Listen, you can make all the wise cracks you want, I know you are. Especially him. That's why he's not on mic right now, and he's silenced. But no, I'm better at just reaction things. I am. I swear I am. Yeah. And when it comes to them long tracks, seriously, there's a lot of thought goes in that, in my opinion.
But that's what racing is about. You have to react from what you feel in your butt.
Yeah, you're right. It has to transfer there to there.
Yes.
But I'm missing some stuff from there to there. You see what I mean?
Well, I'm glad you said it, not me.
You're right. I got you. So, Danny, this weekend you're going to go with the flow here. Is the boss, big boss, he's running racing too, right?
Yeah, he's making money tonight. That's why he couldn't be here. He got to go to work tonight to make money so we can tear it up. But we're going to race this weekend.
Okay. I tell you, I keep watching because I think they're playing the keep these out of here. I'm going to be done. I'm going to be done, man. Benadryl. I'm going to need a piece of Benadryl the size of a ballast stone. Okay? Trying to get back better. So, wow, Danny, you've came a long ways racing. Seriously, you've had some good features. It's nothing. It's not easy.
It takes time and seat time, and
Yeah.
you know, it's just I'm a one-man band at my home shop, so
Yeah.
I do what I can, make the best. I lean on this guy here next to me.
Well, I lean
whenever
over
I
you.
need
No
to.
chance I get.
And,
You know what I mean? Door up. If you get to him. That's
We've already done that a couple times this year, so.
Yeah. Okay, right. I remember when he passed me on the outside of Pat Valley. I mean, it looked like a blue dot. Okay? Like I was like, you heard I'm like, yeah, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? He's going, bye-bye. You know, I don't even smell his vapor. But anyways, okay. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have DJ Garrett. Jeff, did you want to say anything tonight?
I'm good.
You sure? Okay.
The sign looks like a bee.
Probably is, Jeff. They're pretty pissed right now.
Look at it, the flags and all, look like a big, and look at the one-eyed bee head.
Are you serious? Ooh.
Seriously, now I know why they all coming in here.
Oh, man, I tell you, that thing's an inch and a half over there. That thing stings you, you're done. Oh, yeah.
It's on that sign,
Is
tell me.
it really?
Don't look like a big bee there.
You're not like your logo.
Oh, yeah, it does. Maybe that's why they are attracted, Jeff. I can see that. What do you got, Mark?
I've just got a few last minute.
Yep, last minute. We'll wrap her up here.
Your old buddy Keith says he'll bring that snake down for you anytime.
I can tell you right now, man, you won't see me on the property.
Now this one's really hard to believe. But our friend Daniel Cruz, he says that he couldn't hear you. You had like an indoor voice all night.
When?
Oh, he said,
Tonight?
yeah.
Really?
Nobody else complained.
Well, yeah, I usually, yeah, right. The best is when the lady up in Path Valley, this is no.
I said the police came, to tell you to calm down.
Jesus. I was up in Path Valley on a hot, clear night, right? And I always said I wanted to hear me up the turnpike, because you can hear them up at the turnpike driving. I wanted to hear me. I wanted to pull along the road and listen. But the phone rang, and it was this little old lady. It lived down by the Path Valley restaurant, and she said, "Keep telling that guy to yell and scream, because I'm listening to all these races, and I love it." That was the coolest thing I've ever had happen to me. She was on her porch listening to me run my jaws. Can you believe that?
And one last one, Kirshner says that he's never seen a track that Cal couldn't pass on. He's going to win a bunch of races, and good luck to the whole dream team this year.
There you go. That's right. That's right. Well, in closing, Danny, do you have anything to say?
I appreciate you having us up here.
I appreciate, honestly, I know this is a long ride for you guys. It's like the Oregon Trail. You know, you might not get home the next Tuesday. Okay? And you remember that game, don't you?
Well, we left on Tuesday.
Okay, got it. Jeff coming out, I appreciate him coming down very much. He's helping us out. We're going to have some new and improved, ladies and gentlemen, new and improved AV equipment, sound equipment. It's in the making. I'm going to tell you that right now. We had our friends from the number 08, the Grim Machine. I like that. It's a pretty car. They had them in the audience tonight, okay? And we talked about a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of good racing. Hopefully the weather won't spoil it all. We look ahead, like I said, May 15th, we will be having the junior racing club on it. Strictly juniors that night. We're going to let them shine. They deserve the shine, don't they? And we're proud of that club. We really are. Yeah, the bottom line will travel tomorrow night, okay? Brought to you by Freeze Motorsports. And we will be at Sand Hill in Juniata County at the old, I like to call it the 5/8 sweeper. You know, she's a 5/8 up there all day long. I mean, I think Sealands Grove is a fast track race. What do you think?
I don't know if it's the fastest track, but it's quick.
It is quick. You said what happens when you get out of control around.
You bring it in the bucket.
Yeah, you bring it over the bucket.
Got a question, Kyle. Do you ever see yourself jumping in a legend car?
Probably not. I mean, if the opportunity arose, I'm not saying that I would say no. I've driven a lot of different race cars.
Well, yeah. I mean, I can see him in one, totally, you know.
On Path Valley? I can see it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I
Would
would.
they run the outside?
Yeah.
It's a wall?
Yeah, they run the wall. Oh, the laser up against there. Oh, yeah.
Legends car, you might be able to use the whole sidewall.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I guarantee you know the fenders ripped off that. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you signing in tonight. This is the House of Dirt, and it's Elbows Up Nation. That's what it is. And we are going to be continuing to be the leader. That's right. We're hot on the wire, just like when we started tonight. Big energy, big heat coming at you. We appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you here tomorrow night, bottom line, in Sealands Grove, and then we'll see you on May 15th on a Thursday with the juniors. Till then, God bless you all. We love all of you, the fans, the racers, the supporters. Hell, the grandparents like to watch it, because there are a lot of grandies who watch this thing. They love it. So please, peace out, take care, thank you. Good night.